Again, I'd like to speak about parental alienation and the effect feminism is having on the increased and rising abuse of children. Feminism removes the gaze from abused children or from alienated children, apart from when women are alienated. Non-specialists in parental alienation see the rejection for legitimate or protective reasons when it's coming from a child, even though the puppet master is there, fully in control. They see it as a good parent, bad parent situation, a child-parent issue, and they believe that they can treat this. This is brainwashing. My ex and my daughter look to have a close relationship, but it's quite clear, if you've known us, my daughter is afraid. She's afraid so much that she says she doesn't love her daddy. And I feel so sorry that any child would have to say that. Please ask my daughter what reasons she would want to say something like that. That's not something I can ask. But I know she loves her dad, and she's a very loving girl. She wants to be able to be close because her mum is the only thing she has left since daddy's gone. And she doesn't want to be rejected by her mum now, so she follows the orders. The coercive control is unpalatable, but it's not just by her, it's by all her family. This seems to be the area of expertise. I want to know who is the specialist. Being close to mum or dad is normally wrongly identified. We need specialist level expertise is required. We can give anyone the handbooks to read, but we cannot give them the skills. We see this in Gorzów Wlkp. There's too many unprofessionals that have read books and believe themselves to have the skill. All they have is a certificate. And that certificate, if you ask them about it, they'll probably know next to nothing about it. They're failing children. They don't know the basics of parental alienations, like the understanding the manifestations, the alienating strategies used by parents. They've not taken things like CEU courses. They're not trained in family dynamics. They've never seen or been to a PTSG conference. I mean, these are scientifically regarded by professionals. I think my children have been handed round about 5 or 6 different psychologists in Gorzów. We need an expert to supervise this case. This is an unending grief. My ex presents the 4 C's: cool, calm, convincing and charming. So it seems to be that having lied about being sexually and physically assaulted, being a court-documented child abductor, that's not even considered. She can just continue making new allegations. As the alienated parent in court, I'm presenting the 4 A's: agitated, angry, afraid and anxious. When the untrained professional from Gorzów or anywhere, if you don't know how to look for that pattern and you interview each person, the false belief of figuring it out becomes the problem. Only once the court frees the children from the loyalty contract, then they can hear. Parental alienation has got to be looked at by people that have the understanding. And that does not mean they've been to a university and gained a certificate or went on a course. It's quite simple to see who has that understanding when you know yourself, when you've been a father or mother that's been through this for decades. For 1 or 2 years is long enough for you to know this inside out. but once it's been 10 years, you'll have a good grasp of this. I don't want to sit in front of cameras and speak to people as if I'm some kind of news broadcaster. I don't want to continually speak about sickening child abuse, which is perpetuated by the Polish system in Gorzów Wlkp, which is untrained, unreliable, unprofessional, and allowing the abuse of children for profit. I want fathers and mothers to be able to stand up, even if they have been the alienating parent, to take responsibility and give their child a chance. It's time to do a bit more for our children. It's time to do a bit more for one another. Take care. God bless.